Where are the mortgage rates headed and home prices headed? Okay. So I kind of want to go over with you guys. So we can finally see what do you guys think? Are home prices or in mortgage rates, are they finally going to go down in 2025? So I just wanted to give you a little mortgage prediction. Go ahead and have a live chat with you guys and see what you guys are thinking is going to be happening in with the mortgage rates and with home prices in 2025. So I'm excited about where the mortgage rates and the home prices are headed in 2025. I'm Angelica Bonilla with the Bonilla Group, where we help you buy your first home and get you closed with confidence. Now, we know that there's a lot of changes happening in the real estate market. Hold on, guys. Let me see. Try to do this. A lot of changes are happening with the 2025 real estate market, right? So, and I know that things are going to change month to month. Uh, of course, we're going to keep looking at the job market. Okay, if the Feds cut interest rates, okay, and how it would impact buying a home for 2025. So we're going to go into what are some predictions that we're seeing here in the real estate market. All right, guys, so I'm going to try to go live every Sunday or Thursday so that we can kind of have a discussion and see what you guys are thinking or what's going on, okay? And that way we can keep ourselves better informed with what's happening locally here in the high desert. All right, let me get my mic close by. Okay, so we're going to be talking about what the National Association of Realtors and what they're predicting and what they're saying. And also, we're going to be going into what Fannie Mae is saying, predicting for the 2025 housing market. And also going to be looking into the Mortgage Brokers Association. So, and we're also going to be covering some opportunities that you're going to be seeing in 2025's market. So that's where we're going to be covering. We're going to be going over some predictions and going over where they think this market is going. I know that there's a lot of changes happening in the real estate market, and that's why it's so important to keep yourself informed. Okay, see what everybody is predicting and saying. I know a lot of people always go into Redfin or Zillow or any of those other channels to get their information, but we're actually going to be covering the National Association of Realtors, Fannie Mae, and the Mortgage Bankers Association. Okay, and we're going to be seeing some what opportunities that you can be getting here in the 2025 market. Okay, so that's what we're going to be covering. Hopefully, you guys, this is all information that's going to help you make that better decision when it comes to seeing if you're going to be buying a home or preparing yourself to buy a home in 2025. Now, we did see that they did cut the interest rates, but what happened? We did see the interest rates go up. Okay, we're seeing the interest rates at a 7%. Remember, I'm not a mortgage lender. I'm a real estate agent, but I just want to keep you informed so that you're better prepared when it comes to making a decision, okay? So we're going to be seeing, what do you think we're going to be seeing? Mortgage rates go down, go up, prices go up and down. So that's why we're going to be covering the predictions of what the National Association of Realtors are saying. Okay, I'm going to take my phone so I can kind of see what I have my notes here, okay? So the mortgage rates prediction for the National Association of Realtors is they're saying that we're going to be at a 6.3% early 2025 to a 6.2% interest rate in late 2025. Okay, so, and they're saying that home prices, their prediction for home prices is that they're going to see an increase in home prices to 3.6% increase in home values. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cover all of the numbers, and then I'm going to go ahead and see. I see that there's a message here. Okay. So I'm going to go cover the numbers first. Okay. Now, Fannie Mae mortgage prediction, they're saying that the mortgage rates are going to be a 6.3%. And their home price prediction is that home prices are going to go up 3.6% in home values. Now, the Mortgage Bankers Association is predicting their mortgage rates to be 6.2% in average throughout 2025. Okay. And their home prices, they're predicting it's going to be 1.5% increase in home values. Okay. So they're actually predicting that the mortgage rates are going to go down a little bit, and that home values are going to go up. Oh, okay. So I'm going to go ahead. Now that I went over the numbers of what they're predicting, the National Association of Realtors and all of them are predicting, I'm going to go ahead and read a comment, okay, from Jay. Thank you, Jay, for watching. I really do appreciate you taking your time, and I appreciate that you're sending messages, okay? So he actually, this is what he's asking. Being that all these houses in Altadena and Pacific Palisades went up, I'm okay. You know what? We all know what happened. I'm gonna try to be nice about it. Does that mean? He said, does that mean that our values are gonna go up higher out here in the upper high desert? Okay. Now that could be a prediction that could happen. I mean, right now, some people are they're either selling their land out there in those areas, or they're seeing where they're going to go, because some people don't want to wait to build their home in 5 years or 3 years, especially if they have kids, right? So, I mean, we could maybe see the upper high desert home prices go a little higher, but we also need to remember that interest rates are a little higher. So that makes it, I don't know. So some people do want to buy their home here, but some people can't afford to buy a home here if the interest rates are that high, and especially if the home prices are that high. So to answer your question, they're actually saying that we are going to see a price increase in home values of 1%. What is it? 1.5% increase or a 3.6% increase. But of course, that's all gonna you're gonna have to keep in mind every month what we see in like the job report when it comes out, right? And then the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, we need to keep that in mind too. And because they're actually saying, they were predicting that they weren't going to cut the rates anymore. And great question, Jay. Thank you so much for that. They were predicting that they weren't going to cut the rates anymore. And then now they're saying they're going to cut the rates 4 more times this year. Okay, so I mean, I find that very interesting that at first everybody was saying that the rates weren't going to go down. And now they're saying that they might cut the rates 4 times. So a lot of people are coming out and saying, oh, well, that prediction was wrong about the interest rates not going down. Okay. Do you think now this is another question from Jay. Do you think we will ever see the 2% interest rates ever again? There's no. They're saying that we're not probably going to see a 2% interest rate for the time being. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna see the 2% interest rate. A lot of people actually, when it was the interest rates were at 2% and the properties went out, just went up in price just a little bit. Then a lot of people weren't buying because the property values had went up, uh, and they didn't take advantage of purchasing a home when it was at 2 or 3%. And then a lot of people didn't actually, because there's a lot of people refinancing right now. There's not a lot of people that are refinancing their home for that same reason, that the interest rate is at almost 7%, right? So, but people that are wanting to maybe do some upgrades or having to pay down some debt, because we know a lot of people are in a lot of debt. They are seeing a little bit of um, people refinancing their house so that they can pay off their debt. I mean, but I'm just letting you know what we're seeing, okay? Oh, look at this. Carlos. Saludes from Miami, from Las Vegas. Hello, Carlos. Thank you for watching. Thanks for thank you, Jay. Thank you. That's what I want to do. I want to come on here every week on Sunday, Tuesday, let you know, talk and answer all your questions. Okay. So let me get to our my next my next subject. Okay, because this is my problem. This is why I kind of don't like going live, because I go all over the place. Okay, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to do it. I'm just gonna get better every time that I do it. Okay, so and I really do believe that. All right, so why don't we talk about a little bit of the predictions or the opportunity? Actually, let's talk. We already talked about the predictions, okay? So let's talk about the opportunities that we're going to be seeing in 2025 in the housing market. Okay, so I know a lot of homeowners want to purchase, or when a lot of home buyers, sorry, when they want to purchase, they actually use an FHA loan, right? So there is a lot of opportunities with uh, buying your property with a FHA loan and a conventional loan. But that's why I want to keep you in mind that when you are looking to get qualified to buy a home, it's a great idea for you to get qualified with an FHA loan and a conventional loan as well. Okay, because you want to see what are your options in both scenarios. You want to go ahead, see what it's going to be a better fit for you, because sometimes I know you might want to buy a property with a conventional loan, but then you also get qualified for an FHA loan, and then you can kind of see what are the difference, okay? Because a lot of people swing towards conventional loans because you can get rid of your mortgage insurance, okay, if you put 20% down, right? So, and you could remove your mortgage insurance from your FHA loan if you do have 20% equity. Okay. So I want to keep that in mind, for you to keep in mind when you are looking to get pre-qualified to buy a home. Is just go ahead and check how much you can qualify with an FHA loan and with the conventional loan. It all depends how much money you are putting down, or I mean, I know that there's a lot to consider, but there's just little things that you should really consider and look into. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Yeah, the FHA does have a PMI insurance. That's what I was going to say next. Okay. Yeah. So the FHA mortgage insurance, it does have a PMI, but Biden did do something so that your PMI insurance is not going to be that much money monthly. Okay. So, I mean, if you don't have that 20% down, you don't have that much to put down, maybe you should consider buying a home with an FHA loan and take advantage of buying a home if you can afford it. That's what I always tell everybody. If if you can afford a home now, then go ahead, buy a home now. Because if you're waiting for this to happen or that to happen, that's where you get a little bit discouraged when you, especially when you're a first time home buyer, right? You get a little bit discouraged because you either want the prices to go down or you want the mortgage and your interest rates to go down. Okay, so sometimes it doesn't happen, the both things don't happen at once. So that's where you need to see what you're going to be waiting for. It's either you're going to wait for those prices to go down and those interest rates are still going to go be higher, or are you just going to wait for their interest rates to go down and then the prices are still staying as high as they are? So there's a lot of things to consider, but I do want you to know that there is a lot of good things that you can get with an FHA loan as well. Okay. So let's talk about the opportunity number two. Okay. Right now, what we're seeing in 2025, especially out here in the high desert. Okay. We're seeing a lot of opportunities for seller uh, contributing to your closing costs, or either contributing to helping you pay for your real estate agent. Okay. So there's a lot of that we're seeing right now because homes are taking a little longer to sell. So we are seeing sellers being more open to helping with closing costs and actually paying for your real estate agent. Okay. But it's going to be up to the seller. Every property is going to be different. Okay. But you can definitely look into that, talk with your agent about your options, especially when you are needing either closing costs or you are needing help with the home seller to help you pay for your agent's commission. Okay. So just keep that in mind, but everything's negotiable. Okay. So opportunity number three, okay, with reselling properties, okay. So sellers are using equity to help buyers, okay, like I mentioned, either buy down your interest rate, pay for closing costs, okay. So there's a lot of opportunities right now where home sellers are a little bit more open to helping you with more to contribute through closing costs or other items that you might need as a home buyer. Now, when you're buying a new home construction, and we have a lot of new home construction out here in the high desert. So please keep that in mind, okay? A lot of the home builders are helping you uh, buy down your interest rate, help you with closing costs, and they are actually paying a concession or a commission towards your real estate agent. So that way you can go ahead and work with an agent that you want to work with, you choose. Okay. So, I mean, keep that in mind because that's something that's very important uh, when it comes to buying a new home construction. Because I actually got a call from someone that was asking me, so what is it that you guys, what do you do with helping a home buyer, buy a new home construction? And I understand that it's almost the same as helping you buy a home, but it's a little bit different. Okay. It's just a little bit more time consuming because well, what we do, we're actually there the whole step of the way. So if you're getting the house built or you're doing this, negotiating your contract with the home builder. Okay, that's number one. So it will negotiate your earnest money, your contract, your terms, will help you find the new home constructions. Because if you don't see, the high desert is pretty big. Okay, so we know exactly where all the new home builders are, and we can go ahead and set your appointments up. Okay, show you the communities, take you to whatever tour that you want to see here in the high desert, kind of show you where the parks are. Okay, so that's where that's where I was like, kind of like, how do I answer that question? Okay, it's like, okay, so when she asked me, what is it that you do to help buying a new home construction? So we're basically there all throughout the whole steps of you purchasing the home. Okay, so it's kind of like buying a older home, but we're buying a newer home. Okay, you're going to go to pick your design if the house has not been built yet. Okay, we're go show videos, go send you videos. I mean, go. It's so much back and forth when you're buying a new home construction. There's a lot more back and forth than there is when you're buying an older house. Okay, so there's a lot of opportunities up here in the high desert when it comes to buying a new home construction. So to purchase, I'm gonna read another comment. Okay, this is from Jay again. So to purchase a $500,000 home, I don't know if it's conventionally, yeah, conventional, and your interest rate is a 3.4% interest rate, right, with a 5% down. There's some conventional loans that are 3%. Okay, with 5% down, your mortgage is 3,866 a month. That's a lot of money. Yeah, it's a lot of money. I agree with you. Some of the new homes are even more expensive. Okay, they're 550 if you want a bigger, nicer home. Yeah, so yeah, the more that's pretty expensive. That's why if you buy a newer home, that's why some people, instead of asking the home builder to pay their closing costs, they ask the home builder to help them buy down their interest rate. So, I mean, that's the good thing about being able to negotiate with these home builders, okay? Because they're gonna ask you, how are you gonna want to use the funds that we can give you? Okay, it's either you can use it to buy down your interest rate, use it towards your solar, or use it to buy down your interest rate. So you can go ahead and buy down your interest rate, and that's going to give you a lesser mortgage payment, but it's expensive. Okay. So you can go ahead and do that. All right. So yeah, you can go ahead, buy a new home construction, and you can get some pretty good deals with buying a new home construction. Especially, you know what? Like in December, um, they had a lot of good concessions for home buyers that were able to close like in December or January right now. They have some really good deals going on. Okay. So I'm gonna, Jay's asking me another question. Okay. Okay. My last question. So if I were to purchase a fifth wheeler RV trailer and put it in the back of my 1 acre lot over here in Apple Valley, is it legal? Can I rent it out? Yeah, Jay. I mean, you're gonna have to check with the city, okay, about if it's legal or not. But I mean, if nobody knows that there's anybody living there renting it out, I mean, that's where you have to see. That's gonna be your call. It is your property, okay, but I am seeing a lot more people thinking about doing those type of options, or how much is the fifth wheeler going to call you, the RV, how much is the RV going to cost you, and then check into maybe if you can um, build an ADU or actually convert your garage, and check with Apple Valley to see if that's something that you're going to be able to do. Okay, check it out. I mean, you can go see those options. But yeah, I can't tell you if it's legal or not because the city's going to be the one that's going to come and either remove it. Okay. We're not supposed to. I don't think so. But every city's different, if that makes sense. But you could definitely give me a call, Jay. Like if you just want to talk, no, just see your options in those, just see how it can be. Yeah, Jay. I mean, he's saying laughing out loud. I know, you want me to say yes, but I can't say that, okay? Because then what happens if the city goes, you know? But check to see, like, check to see if the how much is the RV, and then go from there. 30K. You see, so if the RV is 30K, check into maybe doing something with the house. You know what I mean? So, because that RV, I mean, then you're gonna have to sell it if you move. You're gonna have to sell it. You're gonna have to get rid of it. But if you do that upgrade to the house, like create, build an ADU or do something to the garage, that 30,000 is gonna be in all with permits. Okay, if you do it with permits, it's gonna give your home value, and it's gonna be, yes, permits. They're no, go check with the city. They're not that expensive. A lot of people think permits are expensive. They're not really that expensive. What's expensive is when they keep going back to your house because they didn't do the job right. But if you call the city of Apple Valley just to get simple answers, okay, this is my recommendation. If you're gonna have $30,000, I would add to the house instead of buying an RV. That later you're not gonna be able to sell for 30,000 because it's already gonna be more used. Okay, so they really don't have that much good value. Okay, they don't keep their value that well. So, I mean, I would do that. I would maybe consider doing something with the house, an ADU, so that you can rent out, which an ADU, like if you can make it a one bedroom, you can rent out for pretty good, especially in Apple Valley if you're close to some of the shops. Okay. If you had an ADU, I saw an ADU for rent in Redlands for $2,500. 2000 in Redlands, so okay, so I know you probably won't be able to rent it for $2,500, but uh, I don't know. Look into them. Yeah, no, yeah. He sent me a comment. He's like, so if he wants to evict his tenant, he can just hook it up and take it out. Well, you can do the same thing with the ADU. You just follow the proper steps. If you make it a month to month and don't give them a contract, or if you give them a 1 year contract, you have to give them a 60-day notice, or you can give them a 30-day notice. But you can do month to month, and if you don't see that it doesn't work out, just give them their notice that they have to move out. Okay, if you have different options, just just so that you can consider. Okay, I mean, if you have an acre lot, you could just put a fence around where the ADU is going to be. So, I mean, a lot of people are looking into those options right now because everything's going up, right? Inflation is happening. Okay, so I actually I wanted to talk to you guys, okay, because right now I want to talk to you about two loan programs, okay, that that are going on, and maybe you can take advantage of these two loan programs, okay? So one of the loan programs is um, a conventional loan. Okay, conventional loan, you do have to have a credit score of 660 or more. It is 3% down, and you can actually get a grant for $20,000. Okay, so and it has no PMI insurance. So, Jay, if you're thinking about wanting to buy a new house or looking to downsize, maybe you could see if you can get this loan. It does have to be for your main residence. Okay, so it can't be for a rental. It has to be for your main residence. So you can see if you can qualify for this loan program that they're offering $20,000 for anybody that's wanting to buy in the city of San Bernardino. And if you want to buy in the city of Los Angeles or in LA County, it's $50,000. And if you want to buy in San Bernardino County, it's up to $20,000. And I'm telling you guys about this loan program because we actually just closed on one of our properties here in Victorville, and the buyer, Laura was a listing agent, and the buyer was able to use that loan program. So he did get $20,000 to buy the house. Okay, so you guys should, I don't know if this, I thought when I saw that, I was like, what? I didn't even know that that this loan program was out there. Okay, so it is a conventional loan. There is no PMI insurance. You do need to have a 660 or higher interest rate, and it's 3% down that you're going to need. Okay, so $20,000 down. I mean, consider if that is something that if you have a 660 or higher and you're thinking about buying a home here in San Bernardino, it can be the High Desert, Rancho, anywhere in San Bernardino, you can get $20,000 down. You want to buy a house in Fontana, Colton, okay? Uh, it's in San Bernardino County. Okay, so $20,000 if anybody wants to buy a house in San Bernardino County, LA County is $50,000. So it's a conventional loan, no PMI insurance. Okay, and the second loan program is a conventional loan. It is 3% down as well, but they're only giving you $6,500 in a grant. So, and plus you do have to have a better credit score as well. Okay. So we have both of those loan options if you want to see if you can take advantage of either of them. Okay. So you can use those 6,500 to pay your closing costs. And then with the 20,000, you can pay your closing costs and then put the rest towards the house. So let me know, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, that's why every week on Sunday or Thursday, I want to go into these videos, and I loved it. Thank you so much, Jay. I really do appreciate it that you're asking all these questions. And anybody else, you know how to contact us, okay? I'm going to be, if there's no other question, I'm going to be signing off, okay? I don't want the video to be that long or the live to be that long, but definitely here, want to make sure you guys get all the info that you need, especially when it comes to seeing where the home prices and the interest rates are going to be. Okay, so do you guys think that the interest rates are going to go down to 6.2% like they're predicting? Or where do you guys see the interest rates headed? All right, leave me a comment down below. And do you feel that the prices are going to go up, down, or we're going to stay the same? Okay. All right, guys. Like always, Angelica Bonilla here. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate all your time. Let me see, Jay. You're sending me another. Let me see this message. Mm, yeah, it has to be your main residence. Yeah. So yeah, it is a great program, Jay, for first time home buyers. As long as you're when you purchase that home, you're gonna move into that house. That's what they're asking for. Okay, for the program with the $20,000 down. Okay, Jay, what do you think about that program? $20,000 down, conventional loan, no PMI insurance, 3% down, and 20,000 if you buy a home here in San Bernardino County. That's pretty crazy. I mean, I didn't know that there was that program, but no, it's out there. All right, guys. If you don't have any more questions, thank you so much for taking your time, okay, to spend Sunday here with me, and that way we can go over all of these predictions and prices. And I know that there's going to be a lot of things that are changing, especially with the new administration that is coming in. But that's why I want to keep you better informed on these lives. We're going to be talking everything real estate, okay? And every week we'll have a different topic, and then I'll go into the Q&A and answer all your questions. So that way you're better prepared when it comes to making your decision if you are going to be buying a home in 2025 or selling your home. Okay, we can help you get your home ready to put it up for sale too. Okay, so that's all I got for you. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, okay, of where the mortgage rates and the home prices are headed in 2025.